Target acquired. Target acquired. Target acquired.
I recently spent a little over $1,000 on a drone, specifically the DJI Mavic Air 2 Fly More combo. Why did I spend so much money on a drone? I've been hard at work studying how to make better YouTube videos and then sharing with you guys what works and what doesn't work. I will be judging this freaky little device by 3 criteria: ease of use, portability, and camera quality. Starting with ease of use. I'm your average creative. I'm not that smart. I don't want to have to get a PhD to learn how to use this thing. When I got this, I was hoping that I'd be able to unbox it and just be able to fly it right away. As I started taking it out from the box, reading the manual, I realized I knew it. I'm too stupid to use this demon robot. For some reason, I had a really hard time figuring out how to put the propellers on, but I am not a quitter. I didn't realize how much updating that I had to do. I had to make sure it was completely charged before I used it. I had to download the app as well as another software for my computer. There was an uncomfortable amount of terms of service agreements type things that you have to accept before you use this machine. I'm pretty sure I just signed away my life. China knows everything about me. It's using this drone to track me as we speak, but that is the price of using this thing. Hooray! I had to watch the tutorial videos on the DJI website twice. After watching all the videos and updating all the software, we finally went to the park to fly the drone. Hopefully I don't crash my drone into a human, a child, or a dog. I am both very intimidated and very excited at the same exact time. This is how we die. I have a suspicion that I'll probably freak out once it starts flying because this thing kind of scares me. Let's get over my fear of this drone. First ever drone flight. Went well. The process of flying the drone was actually really simple. It's literally the touch of a button to get it to take off and to land. If you're familiar with video game controls, flying the Mavic Air 2 should feel really familiar for you. I was also really scared of hurting this thing because I did just drop $1,000 on it. I didn't want to lose it because I'm so dumb I flew it into a tree or something. It also has the ability to track and follow you. Again, I think it will end us one day. It did its job very well. It has about 34 minutes of flying time, which I thought would have been plenty, but actually isn't very much at all, especially if it's windy out. My first battery ended up dying pretty fast when we went to the beach, particularly because of the wind. So I definitely recommend getting the Fly More combo if you're gonna get this drone. That way you can easily change out its batteries to have plenty of time to continue filming. Number 2, portability. This is actually really important to me because let me tell you a secret about vlogging. The most expensive camera you can buy is not always the best camera you should buy. For example, the camera that I'm filming this on right now is about $2,000, but the problem with it is it's not very portable at all. It's heavy and cumbersome, and a lot of people are freaked out by it when I take it around with me when I vlog. That's why I actually do a lot of vlogging on my iPhone. This thing is about $800, half the price of this camera. It's a lot more portable and it's allowed in a lot more situations where people won't feel uncomfortable that I am filming on my phone because they just think I'm just your average vain millennial filming herself. Even though the quality of an iPhone camera isn't as good as my $2,000 camera, it is technically a better quality device in certain situations. So a $2,000 camera is potentially worthless if it's just sitting at home not being used. The same goes for this drone. As for portability, it hits all the marks. It is really light. It comes in under the weight limit, so you don't need a drone license in order to operate it, which is a big plus because, again, I am lazy. I do not want to deal with any of that. Also, I'm not that strong. These muscles, I fully admit, are for aesthetic purposes only, and they're completely useless. So even a small girl like me can carry it around for hours at a time and not really feel like it's cumbersome. Unlike my main camera, which I typically get Vincent to hold most of the time because I'm too weak. Someone can easily just grab it from me and I lost thousands of dollars. I'm also a really impatient person, and when I want to film something, I want to be up and running in a matter of minutes. I don't like waiting. With this drone, it's still a little cumbersome for me because I'm still learning how to use it, but I would say setup time is about 5 minutes. One downside is I have to use my phone in order to control it, and because I have such a big phone, it's kind of annoying to plug it into the controller, especially because with my case, the phone doesn't really fit, so I have to take the entire case off just to use my phone. You can opt for the DJI Smart Controller. It's about a few $100s more. If you buy that controller, you don't really need your phone in order to use it. The controller is an all-in-one device, but I feel like that's really not necessary at the end of the day. Now let's talk about camera quality. I'll let you see for yourself how good the footage looks like. combo comes with ND filters, so for any bright lighting conditions, you can actually attach filters to make it more cinematic and the colors more vibrant. As a girl, I really didn't expect having so much fun flying this drone. I don't know how to explain it, but I got such an adrenaline kick from flying it. I might sound like a boomer when I say this, but I never thought this technology would be possible. I'm still shocked that this thing exists in such a small size. And I've seen other people hold the drone as it's taking off, and I have no idea how they're doing that. I really want to learn how to do that because it looks really cool, but every time I set the drone down, I have to back away from it a good few feet because I am scared of the darn thing. The gimbal works perfectly and the footage is so smooth. I was particularly worried about the smoothness of this device. I really shouldn't have, because even on auto, it was perfect. If you really needed really smooth footage, you can actually shoot slow-mo in 4K 60 frames per second. A random side note, while I was flying this drone in the park, there was a couple with a toddler near us. I honestly thought other people would have the same fear of drones that I have, but no, they were very comfortable seeing the drone fly around over their heads. The problem was I wasn't, because I'm the one flying it and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I was terrified that this drone was going to dive bomb and hit their toddler, and I will just have to bear the consequences of flying a drone into a family. One thing I didn't realize as a new drone user is that I'm going to lose sight of my drone eventually. You will and probably should fly it pretty far from you in order to get really good footage. That worried me at first when I didn't know how far away it can fly from me, but it has the capability of flying up to 10 kilometers away. For all us American dum-dums, that's 6.2 miles, which I don't even know if it can fly that far because the battery doesn't last long enough for you to be able to test that out. You won't randomly lose your drone because of Wi-Fi, or it won't fall out of the sky and you'll lose it forever, $1,000 down the drain, because of issues like that, which sets my mind at ease. I read that other people would think that you're invading their privacy because you're flying a drone, but surprisingly in LA, I was probably the most freaked out person around my drone. Everyone around us, from the beach to the park, they didn't seem all that concerned about this loud flying object above them. That kind of says a lot about LA people. I guess technically the drone itself costs about $700-800, and in my opinion, the camera quality looks better than a lot of $1,000 cameras out there on the market today. I was so excited to fly this thing. It would be perfect for any kind of travel video, music video, outdoor sports video, and even if you wanted to film yourself going to the desert to bury a body, just for fun, you know, like normal people do. Is this drone worth the $1,000 that I paid for it? Yes, for me it is, because for me, I want to make next level YouTube videos. It's my philosophy that you should always aim to be in the top 10% of your niche. Yes, that's my overachiever tendencies kicking in, but I believe that's how you set yourself apart and really grow and grow fast here on YouTube. Every little bit of improvement that you can have on your YouTube video, in my opinion, is worth it if you are taking YouTube seriously. It's going to make a huge difference in our videos when I take it with me when we travel, and I'll probably use it to spy on my mortal enemies. I'll have some affiliate links down below in case you want to buy it for yourself. I'm gonna go fly around my backyard. Why not?